Tonight, advocates for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities are breathing a sigh of relief in Maryland. Yesterday, state lawmakers announced that $76 million has been restored to the Developmental Disabilities Administration.
That money was marked to be cut in April as the state grapples with its budget deficit. Our Lionel Donovan is in Rockville now. And Lionel, give us an idea. How are the folks in the field reacting to this announcement? This is a big hit.
Good afternoon, Simone. Well, like Larry was saying, a huge sigh of relief is being heard from advocates right now. Just a few hours ago, I got a chance to speak with the CEO of Macomb, which supports adults here in Rockville with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Now, he says that although he's happy about what he's hearing from Annapolis, this is still just round one of a much longer fight. Macomb has spent the last 42 years in Rockville helping adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities live fuller lives. Important work that its CEO, David Irvin, says mostly relies on funding from Maryland's Developmental Disabilities Administration, or DDA.
About 60, maybe 7%, I believe at last look, of our funding for supports to Marylanders with intellectual and developmental disabilities actually comes from DDA.
So when Governor Wes Moore proposed slashing $200 million from the state agency's budget to help offset Maryland's $3 billion budget deficit, Irvin says he was greatly concerned for the 250 people that rely on him for services.
It would dramatically reduce our ability to support not only the people that we currently support, but any kind of growth of services and supports.
However, on Thursday, the state legislature and governor's office released a joint statement saying a combined $76 million had been reprioritized to, quote, support DDA provider services and self-directed services. Securing this money restores 94% of the DDA's budget for fiscal year 2025. Irvin says it's an enormous relief to hear that news. However, even though this year's DDA budget is mostly secured, he says he can't celebrate for too long.
With as much progress as we have made, which was announced yesterday, there remains $457 million in cuts to the DDA budget for 2026. So our work is in many ways just getting started.
Now, Maryland's budget troubles isn't Irvin's only concern. He says if the Trump administration's proposed cuts to Medicaid, along with changes to how Medicaid pays for services like his go through, that could exacerbate funding issues for DDA and his organization. But he says that with everything happening at the state level, he's remaining optimistic, at least for now. But for now, we're live in Rockville. Lionel Donovan, WUSA 9.
No doubt a lot of tough decisions on the horizon, and organizations like that doing their best to navigate it. Lionel Donovan, thank you so much.